Yeah.
Welcome to another segment of What's Bugging You with our local pest expert, Fred Willie of Invader Pest Management. Hey there, Fred.
Hi, Matt. How are you this morning?
Fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Nothing like rain in the desert. We'll take it.
I know. I couldn't believe it. It was pouring. It was coming down pretty heavy on the west side here. We're in Glendale, Arizona, and we were getting probably some really heavy rain when you hear it on top of the roof.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Well, rain and the winter kind of go hand in hand, and you mentioned you want to talk about some of those winter pests that are bugging some of your customers.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of interesting. We get questions all the time. What do bugs do in the wintertime? And the common word that we use in the industry is overwinter. How do they overwinter? Pests basically, some of them will hibernate, some of them will, make cocoons and start hatching, say, in the springtime, that sort of thing. But many of them become more active in the wintertime because they basically just need a warm place to survive. And a lot of times that's inside your house.
Uh-oh.
So, we try to do prevention things to keep them out and keep them from getting in the house in the first place. We do a lot of exclusion, sealing and screening and things like that. Some of the most common wintertime pests are rodents. We see a lot of mice that try to get inside of homes. So we see a lot of roof rats, pack rats. That type of thing is probably the most common that we see. And that probably affect people more than anything.
For sure, yeah, those mice, rodents, rats, they like those warm places, like your heater pump for if you got a pool or a hot tub. They love that, don't they?
Oh yeah, any place they can stay warm, like for example, up in your neck of the woods, the pack rat's pretty common, so if they find that warm spot, they'll fill that thing full of cactus and debris and the pods that fall off the trees, there's little beans and stuff in there that they might eat, but more than more than most people will imagine, they're going to try to get inside your home and they're going to try to find food and that sort of thing. So, by excluding them and keeping them out, it's not one of the things that you should be worrying about. But if you're hearing noises in your attic in the wintertime, oh boy, that's definitely the cause for alarm.
What are some other typical pests that cause problems in the winter?
Well, I tell you, termites. Termites are a big deal. We do more termite work in the wintertime, probably from, say, October through almost April is probably our biggest termite season of all. So I don't know, sometimes my little theory is because the floors are warm, the termites are moving towards the warmth. I think they know that there's cover there, and as the tops, the topsoil is a little bit warmer, so they can, they kind of flow across the top of the soil, probably in the top 6 to 12 inches of the soil, looking for food. And obviously, if the out in the desert, out in the open, keeps the floor of the desert cold, I think they're going to go down lower, or they're going to look for a warm spot. So I think our own homes, actively attract termites.
Makes sense. Well, as far as the winter prevention, are you are there some plans that you recommend? What is the next step? Most people don't know they have a problem, so is there a free inspection? Do you guys like to check things out?
Yeah, Matt. We always offer a free inspection, especially for termites. We want to make sure that we're protecting people's homes because the termites can certainly do damage to the home. So we always offer a free termite inspection and come out there and, if we find anything, we'll give them a written proposal for them to choose to go with or not with. There's no obligation, but obviously, if we come out to your home, we'd like to try to be professional and show you what we found and at least give you those options. General pest control service in, say, Phoenix or Scottsdale or any of the surrounding cities, most people know that it's something that's you should engage a full-time professional on an annual basis and go monthly or every month or even sometimes quarterly. Summertime here, quarterly is a little bit too long just because of the heat here, but every other month is probably what I would recommend for most people. That's going to control most of the pests or at least have a professional on site often enough to make sure that they're not getting damage to their structures. So I mean that's what we do is we normally recommend the professional, on staff all the time, and it's a relatively inexpensive home type expense that's expected.
Excellent. Well, what's the best way to get in touch with you, Fred, for those that have questions or looking to take advantage of that free termite inspection?
Well, Matt, as always, the easiest way is to go to our website. That's www.invader.net. You could sign up there or call us anytime you want, 623-435-0228. We'd love to talk to you, see if we can take care of any potential winter pests that might be invading your home.
Fantastic. Well, as always, thanks for your great advice, Fred, and stay dry in this cold winter weather.
We'll do. You too, Matt. Thank you.
Thanks.